Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. So as you guys can see by the title, today's video is going to be another Thrifted Booktok book haul. So I am really excited for this video. I have got quite a few good books in this video. I feel like potentially this video may be a little bit on the shorter side because I have also been thrifting other books, but I have got some books to show you guys in a thrift haul, which I just filmed it today, so I don't know if it's up by the time this video goes up or if it's coming soon. I also thrifted some books. I got them on Facebook Marketplace, which I showed you guys in my doing bookish things with me vlog, so if you guys missed that video I'll leave that down below. But I feel like I've got a good mix in this video between thrillers, fantasy, historical fiction, romance, general fiction and mystery. So I thought we could just get into it. All of these books here have been purchased on Facebook Marketplace. We might start off with thriller. So first two books that I got were actually from the same seller, and I managed to get these two books here, The Housemaid and The Housemaid's Secret by Frida McFadden. I know this is now a trilogy with The Housemaid is Watching coming out, but I am really excited for these books. This one here is about a cleaner who cleans, I'm guessing like this rich person's house from top to bottom. She looks after the daughter, she cooks for the family, so she must be like some sort of nanny, and the mum of this family apparently is like telling lies about the family. Like the relationship seems really rocky with the husband. I think that they must like take this cleaner hostage or something, because it says that she realizes her attic bedroom door only locks from the outside but it's too late. Very interesting. And then I think this book is the same character in this book, but she goes on like a ship or something. I don't really want to know too much about these books. Obviously they are really popular at the moment, but I kind of want to go into them blind because I feel like that is the best way to do it. So both of these I got for $15 total, which is great. The only annoying thing is that I didn't realize when I bought it, because the seller didn't make it clear on the listing, but she's like fully annotated this book. On the listing it said it was like new for both of these, so that kind of sucks. It did have like tabs and stuff in it when I bought it, so I went through and took them all out, but there's like some writing and some underline bits, and I obviously don't like this in the front, because I feel like if you're going to annotate your books you can't really sell them, or if you're going to sell them you need to say that they're annotated, because yeah, I don't annotate my books. Regardless, I'm happy that I've got both of these books now, because I can't wait to read them. They'll be really fast paced, I would imagine, and they're like just over 300 pages each, so love that. And then the last two thriller books I again bought from the same seller, but they are these two books here. I have heard great things about both of these books, and we can't get these thrillers in our bookstores here in New Zealand. Like if you want them you've got to order them online, but they're both by Taylor Adams. So I've got No Exit and The Last Word. So No Exit is about this girl who is going on some sort of road trip, and I think her car breaks down, so she pulls into this like rest stop, or maybe it's late, and she pulls into this rest stop and she sees a little girl kidnapped in one of the cars, and she is basically like crying out for help. And so this chick wants to get her out of this car and figure out who at this rest stop is responsible for kidnapping this girl, with also getting the girl out safely. So I thought that was really interesting. And then The Last Word is about, it's like this house in the middle of nowhere, and it follows this chick who reads a book and she gives it a 1-star review, and then the author starts stalking her. So very interesting. These books were $15 each, so a little bit more on the pricey side, but because we can't get them here in New Zealand I thought it was worth the $15. These ones are also like both hardbacks, which is cool because we don't get hardbacks here in New Zealand. We get like the tall paperbacks for new releases, and these ones are also the like book of the month books, which again is an American subscription service, but if we want it here in New Zealand we have to use UShop. I hope that they're good because I've got high expectations for both of them. Now we will move on to fantasy. So I just have a couple of fantasy books to share with you guys, and they are both in the same series. These I did get from two different sellers though, but they are two books in the Throne of Glass series. So I got Assassin's Blade, which is the book I want to start with. I know there's different reading orders covers and stuff, but Assassin's Blade is a prequel, so in my head it makes the most sense to read that first. Bought Throne of Glass like last year I think and put it in a thrift haul, but since they've recently changed the covers, I've been trying to collect all the old covers of Throne of Glass because I really like them. I like these like people on the front, and then I like the spines, how it's just like white with the writing. So I picked up Crown of Midnight, which is book 2, and then Empire of Storms, which is book 6. This one was $10 from a local seller here in Auckland. This was $15, but I did also have to pay $5.50 for postage because I think this seller was in Tauranga. I did have to do a little bit of surgery on this book because when I opened the package, it was in the parcel bag like this, and so you had to cut it open. The seller had put so much sellotape on it that I cut through it, and I didn't realize that I had actually cut into the book. So yeah, I kind of taped it a little bit, but she's looking a little bit rough, but she survived, so you know what, I don't care. I'm not really a perfectionist with my books. The only thing I don't like is when it's annotated. I'm very happy that I have these. Also got Heir of Fire and Kingdom of Ash, so now I'm only missing Tower of Dawn and Queen of Shadows, so I'm keeping my hunt on Facebook Marketplace for them, so hopefully I can find them. I just finished ACOTAR like a couple of months ago, so I'm really excited to start Throne of Glass very soon. Next up, I just have a historical fiction to share with you guys, and that is this one here. So this one is City of Girls by Elizabeth Gilbert. A lot of these books actually I have either heard Rachel Catherine, Destiny Sidwell or Sarah Carolli talk about, so they're all from like their recommendations. This one here I got for $2 from a seller up here in Auckland, and in this one here it is set in the 1940s, and this chick arrives in New York City with her suitcase and sewing machine, and she just wants to like gain employment. I think she becomes a seamstress at a theatre, so very interesting. I don't really read a lot of historical fiction, so it'll be something a little bit different for me, but hopefully I really like it. I really like the like New York setting in books. Next up I have a general fiction, which I might do this now because the mystery book I also got from the same seller. So I picked up Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmis. I heard Rachel Catherine talk about this and she really liked it, so I wanted to give it a go. This one is also one of Wickles' top 100 books. I love the cover as well, all the bright colours, and it computes with my brain so well. But it seems like it follows this chickie who is a chemist, because it's set in the 1960s. I think it was like the time when like women weren't supposed to be in medicine, and they just like wanted them to like marry and be a housewife and stuff. Apparently this has got a lot of depth to it, and it's really interesting, so very excited for this one. This one was $8, and this one was also local here in Auckland, so I did go and pick this one up. And then also from the same seller, I picked up another book. I didn't actually go there to pick up the two. I just went to pick up Lessons in Chemistry. But the seller was so incredibly sweet, and she put some books in a bag because she wasn't home at the time, but she was like, oh, I've put some others out that I think you might like with little price tags on, and if you like any of them, just take them and just transfer me the money. I was like, oh, that's so thoughtful. Like, that's really kind of you. And another book I actually picked up because it was on my list to get, and that is this one here. So this one is Before You Knew My Name by Jacqueline Bublitz. I feel like this is one of those really old like OG Booktok books, but I had got this out from the library at one stage, but I just ran out of time to read it, so I didn't get to it. This one is a mystery, so it says this is not just another novel about a dead girl. So again, set in New York City, this chick arrives on her 18th birthday. She only has $600 cash and a stolen camera, but she's looking for a fresh start. It seems like 1 month after she is in the city, she identified as a Jane Doe murder victim, and then there's also another girl who has traveled around the world to be in New York City, and it seems like the first girl gets murdered and she is the one who finds her body, so it must be like a dual POV story. It just seems like the first girl who died is working with the second girl to help figure out what actually happened to her. This one was only $4, so I just thought I'd grab it as well. In the bag she also had Eleanor Oliphant Is Completely Fine, which I already have on my shelf. I haven't read it. I want to read it. I think it was some sort of other like bookstore book that she had. I think we used to have it and Phil read it and said it was really boring, so I didn't get that one. The last few books that we've got are romance books, and they are all part of a series. First romance book that I have is this one here. So this one is Addicted for Now now by Krista and Becca Ritchie. This one is the third book in the Addicted/Calloway sister series. So I started the series last year and I read the first two books, which is Addicted to You and Ricochet. And I've been wanting to get back into the series, so this is the third book. So I just thought while I saw it on Marketplace, I would grab it. I love the cover as well with the roses and the wine glass. And this one will follow Lily and Lo. Obviously, I can't really say too much about what is in this because I don't want to spoil the series if you do want to read it. But this one here was $12. And yeah, I'm really excited to get back into this world. Basically, if you don't know what the Addicted series is about, again, very popular on Booktok. You have a few different sisters. You have the Addicted series and you have the Calloway sister series. So the Calloway sister series follows the sisters and the Addicted series follows Lily, and you also get their partners, and each of the books is like a different sister. I think there are 4 books total that are Lily and Lo, and then you also get Rose and Daisy like later on through the series. You can read the series separate, but you are recommended to read them together, so that's what I'm doing. It is a long book series. It's like 10 books, so it's not for the faint heart, but it is really good so far. It's like no plot, just vibes, like hanging out with the characters and stuff, and sometimes that's all you need. The last books that I have in the romance category, and the last books that I actually have for this haul is a lot shorter than I anticipated it being, are these 3 books here. So these are the first 3 books in the Selection series. So you have the Selection by Kira Cass, the Elite, and also the One. All 3 of these are also hardback books, which is great, and I actually got these from a seller who had just moved here from America. I really love these hardback books. I just think there's something so special about having a hardcover, and the books just feel different in America than what they do in New Zealand, just judging from this. Like, this just feels so smooth. I think there's like 6 books in the series altogether, and I do want to get the others, but I think I'll just start with this for now. So this one is kind of like a bachelor kind of competition. These girls are like royal, I think, or like part of the like palace, and they're like competing to like win this like prince's heart or something. So it very much gives like The Bachelor, and I know that a lot of people really like this series. I'm very excited to read it. I got, each of the books was $5 each, so $15 total, and again the seller was local to Auckland, just like the seller as well, which is great. So I went to go and pick them up. That's what I also really like about living in Auckland, is that a lot of the books that I save are in Auckland, so I just go and pick them up. But yeah, that is everything that I have for this haul. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Please make sure to turn on the notifications and check out my social media. It's always linked down below in the description box. If you guys want to watch more book related videos, whether it's hauls, reading vlogs, bookish things, any of that kind of stuff, I will leave my playlist called Reading down below. Also got like wrap ups and things in there, and like book challenges and stuff. I think that is all that I have for this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!